How's it going, guys? A week ago, I launched an AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails, and I thought people were going to be pretty excited about it, but I definitely missed the mark. If you open up Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. And so I read all your guys' feedback, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And so we just enacted some changes that I think you guys will find positive. And so going forward, there is no AI thumbnail tool. Anyone from now on that signs up for ViewStats Pro, there will not be the AI thumbnail tool. It just doesn't exist. We pulled it down.
Jacksepticeye has been firing shots at MrBeast again and again, and the reasons keep stacking up. From being spotted hanging out with Elon Musk not long after Musk's name showed up in the Epstein document releases, to launching a kids-focused finance app that critics say feels way too aggressive, to running businesses that people accuse of leaning heavily on AI and questionable labor practices. The more stories that pop up, the more people start saying Jack was right to call this behavior out. What once sounded like harsh criticism is now getting a second look as more controversies pile up around Jimmy's massive empire. This tension between Jack and Jimmy didn't just appear overnight either. The friction has been bubbling for a couple of years now, really kicking off around September 2023. During a lie detector test video with Tommy, Jack was asked a blunt question. Did he believe MrBeast had ruined YouTube? That moment instantly caught attention online because it touched on a bigger debate about what the platform has become. Jack's perspective also comes from experience in a completely different era of YouTube. He and other longtime creators like DanTDM and Markiplier came up during what many fans call the gaming YouTube golden age. Back then, the setup was simple. OBS running, a cheap webcam pointed at the screen, and hours of gameplay recorded straight from someone's bedroom. Millions of kids around the world grew up watching that kind of content. It wasn't about flashy studios, extreme editing, or massive cash giveaways.
And on top of that, I wanted to go one step further to really show artists out there that I care. If you go on viewstats.com, under our more tools section, it will say hire thumbnail artists. And if you click that, it'll take you to a page of artist portfolios where you can commission a real thumbnail artist to make you a real thumbnail. So I care more than any of you could ever imagine about the YouTube community. I mean, obviously I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world and I don't take that responsibility lightly. And so, you know, it deeply makes me sad when I do something that, you know, people in the community are upset by. And I also want to put out there that I guarantee you, I have spent more money on thumbnail artists than any other YouTuber in the world. I've probably spent more money on thumbnail artists than the top 100 creators combined. I mean,
it was literally creators sitting at their computers, playing games, reacting in real time, and somehow turning that simple formula into some of the most memorable entertainment online. Then Jimmy stormed onto the scene with these wild, over-the-top challenge videos, where people pushed themselves to extremes for massive cash prizes and huge views. The scale was crazy, the stakes were huge, and suddenly the platform started feeling less like casual creators hanging out online and more like high-budget competition shows. You could tell the criticism from Jack really hit a nerve because Jimmy fired back with a long and heated response on Twitter. He wrote, "So I ruined YouTube because I didn't buy a mansion and the sports car, and instead revetted my dollars into making content focused on doing good and inspiring kids to help people." That message alone got people talking everywhere. He didn't stop there either. Jimmy doubled down and added, "If he had fun, the deals would be longer. What does that even mean? Lol, you think I'd give up every hour of my life for 14 years if I didn't have fun?" Then he finished the message with, "This clip is insanely disrespectful in my opinion, and obviously there is so much I could say about his content, but I'll just take the punches and be the bigger man, sigh." The tone made it clear he was seriously annoyed. That exchange instantly sparked a huge debate across Twitter. One side backed Jack, arguing that YouTube has started to feel overly corporate and manufactured. In the early days, anyone could upload something creative from their bedroom and reach the world. Now the landscape looks very different. Massive productions, giant budgets, and TV-level spectacle dominate the platform, with millions of dollars poured into single videos. For many longtime viewers, that shift completely changed the vibe of what YouTube used to be. For a lot of viewers, that shift felt like the total opposite of what they originally loved about the platform. If someone wants Hollywood-level production, they can go to the cinema or open Netflix. YouTube used to feel raw, personal, and real.
I have a small army of thumbnail artists that work for me. I'm looking to hire more thumbnail artists. So I just want to put that out there, and I have no intention of firing my thumbnail artists or anything. Like, this is, you know, just supposed to help make them more effective and blah, blah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But regardless, it doesn't matter. The tool's down for future people that sign up for ViewStats Pro. And yeah, now it's a funnel to help artists make more money. So I'm really excited. Go check it out. Hey, go to viewstats.com and click on the Hire the Artist tab and, you know, go commission real artists, help them make more money. So take care, guys.
Seeing it turn into massive studio-style content with giant budgets made some longtime fans feel like the original spirit of the platform was fading fast. And if that debate wasn't intense enough already, more controversy started stacking up this year. During the Super Bowl, Jimmy appeared in an advertisement that promoted AI technology. The ad highlighted Slackbot, which works as an AI assistant designed to automate workplace tasks. Critics quickly jumped in, saying tools like this could replace real employees and lead to more layoffs across different industries. Because of that, people questioned why such a massive online figure would promote something tied to automation fears. The discussion spread fast online, with some defending the technology, while others felt the message was troubling. At the same time, Jimmy also caught backlash for publicly supporting Elon Musk, even after Musk's name appeared in the Epstein document releases. That alone was enough to spark heated arguments across social media. Then another moment started circulating online. A post showed Jimmy promoting Elon Musk's Neuralink project, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a brain implant technology designed to connect the human mind directly to computers. The device can allow someone to move a cursor or even control robotic limbs using only their thoughts. On paper, the concept sounds incredible. The technology could help people with severe disabilities regain movement or communicate again, which is a huge breakthrough in medicine. But critics argue there's another side to this conversation. They say when influencers promote something this extreme to audiences full of teenagers who already idolize Elon Musk like he's a real-life Iron Man, it starts to normalize the idea that plugging your brain into corporate technology is just the next cool upgrade. And for many people watching, that idea feels way more intense than a simple gadget launch. Honestly, the whole concept makes some people seriously uncomfortable. At the end of the day, a private company would be getting direct access to signals coming straight from someone's brain.
Now, Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like MrBeast?
No.
Jack,
Do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
yes. Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts?
If he
building
had-
wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
Thought you were going to get me with that one, didn't you?
That idea alone raises a lot of questions. Once a chip is inside your head, critics start wondering what kind of control that company could technically have over that technology in the future. Some of the concerns people bring up sound straight out of a sci-fi movie. What if systems like that were ever manipulated or abused? What if data from someone's brain activity was accessed without permission? Those are the types of fears that keep popping up in online discussions. People imagine worst-case scenarios like memory interference, outside influence on thoughts, or someone remotely messing with the device. Others even joke about dystopian situations like, "Hey Patrick, you forgot to pay your taxes last year. We are shutting off your ability to speak. Have fun." The joke sounds wild, but it shows how uneasy some people feel about the idea of brain-connected tech becoming normal. Another concern people raise is security. If regular apps and servers get hacked all the time, what would happen if a system connected to someone's brain ever faced a security breach? That possibility alone makes the conversation even more intense online. And the drama didn't stop there. Around the same time, Jimmy announced he had acquired Step, a teen-focused financial app reportedly valued at around $900 million, with the overall deal said to be worth more than $1 billion. He shared the news in a tweet saying, "I'm so excited to share that we are acquiring the financials." Services app Step. Nobody taught me about investing, building credit, or managing money when I was growing up. That's exactly why we're joining forces with Step. I want to give millions of young people the financial foundation I never had lots to share soon. On the surface, that message sounds positive. The app is supposed to help teenagers learn about saving money, building credit, and understanding investing. But once people started looking closer at the features, critics began raising eyebrows. Some argued it felt less like a learning tool and more like a banking system aimed at younger users, where financial products like cards or loans could carry extremely high interest rates, sometimes reported around 30% APR.
Team Water, what do you think of when you think of that? You're not thinking of any other creator except MrBeast. So MrBeast gets all the credit. So, when he's, asking people to donate on his stream and stuff and pressuring them, and I think it's just kind of a little weird. Like, bro, when they're pressuring these creators to donate money and everything for that, I can see why some creators don't want to do it because it's MrBeast's name that gets all the recognition.
That detail alone made the entire announcement explode into another heated debate online. Some people on Twitter started digging up old takes and reacting to the situation in a pretty dramatic way. One viral quote tweet said, "If you said this guy was evil like 2 years ago, people would try to drone strike your house." The post blew up fast, and Jacksepticeye jumped into the conversation with a simple response, the yikes emoji. That reaction alone had people saying he felt vindicated, like he had been warning everyone about this for a long time. Supporters of Jack started repeating the same argument everywhere online. They claimed there's a reason someone would spend around $1 billion to acquire an app like that. In their view, massive business moves like that are about profit first, not just generosity. The debate quickly split people into two camps, with some defending Jimmy and others questioning his motives. Comedian Louis Spears also got attention after releasing a video breaking down the whole situation, and viewers found it hilarious. At one point, he joked about the idea of trusting serious financial tools connected to someone known online as MrBeast. The humor spread quickly because it tapped into the same skepticism many people were already feeling. At the same time, Jack has also been very vocal about something bigger happening across the platform. The direction YouTube is moving toward, especially with artificial intelligence, clearly frustrates him. YouTube CEO Neil Mohan recently said users will soon be able to generate shorts using AI versions of their own likeness. He also revealed that over 1 million channels were already using YouTube's AI creation tools daily back in December. Jack responded to that news with a quote tweet saying, "I'm tired, boss." That short message spoke volumes. Think about what that actually means. AI could generate videos using someone's face, voice, and identity.
He knew that one day they were going to get rid of that certification. You see, if one day that package has a frog logo on it and the next day it disappears, people will notice.
For creators like Jack, who built their channels through personality, energy, and real reactions, that idea feels deeply unsettling. Instead of asking, "What creative video can I make today?" the mindset could shift into something completely different. Suddenly the focus becomes, how many videos can I pump out this week using automation? And that change could reshape the entire culture of online content creation. For some creators, the mindset slowly shifts into pure numbers and efficiency. The questions become, how much money can be made, how fast things can scale, and how every little detail can be optimized. Packaging, retention graphs, thumbnails, pacing, editing style, everything gets engineered for maximum performance. And that kind of environment is exactly where Jimmy tends to thrive. His entire approach revolves around building the most optimized content machine possible. The titles are crafted carefully, the thumbnails are tested endlessly, and every second of the video is designed to hold attention. When YouTube pushes harder into AI tools and automation, it naturally benefits creators who already operate like that. But for creators like Jacksepticeye, who built their audience on personality and authenticity, that shift feels completely different. To them, it starts to look less like creative expression and more like an algorithm-driven factory pumping out content. And this wasn't even the first time Jack spoke out about AI on the platform. When MrBeast launched the analytics tool ViewStats, one feature immediately sparked backlash. The tool included an AI thumbnail generator that could create thumbnails inspired by the style of other creators' channels. Jack saw that promotion and instantly reacted online, saying, "What the actual F?" And he used my logo in the promotion for it too. "I hate what this platform is turning into FAI." His frustration was obvious, and a lot of creators started echoing the same concerns. The feature was marketed as something that would help smaller creators improve their thumbnails. The idea was simple. You could plug in a channel and the AI would generate thumbnails inspired by what that creator had already done.
But it won't be easy. Good news, you have Slackbot, the powerful new AI from Salesforce to help you decipher the puzzle.
But critics argued that the system crossed a line. They said it was essentially copying creative styles that people spent years developing. On top of that, there are entire communities of freelance thumbnail designers whose full-time income depends on making custom thumbnails for creators. If automated tools start replacing that work, those real jobs disappear. That's why the backlash grew so quickly across creator circles. Eventually, Jimmy responded and removed the feature. He released a statement saying he had missed the mark, confirming that the AI thumbnail generator would be pulled from ViewStats and would not return in future versions. On the surface, that response looked responsible, but the way everything unfolded made some critics question the messaging. Instead of simply saying it was a bad idea from the start, the situation slowly turned into a redemption-style moment about supporting designers, which left some people wondering what the real priorities were behind the scenes. A lot of critics say you can clearly see how much effort goes into protecting that good guy image. Instead of simply apologizing and moving on, the situation often gets flipped into something that sounds positive for the brand. In this case, the narrative quickly shifted toward helping thumbnail designers and supporting creative workers. The message started sounding less like a straightforward apology and more like a carefully crafted story about doing the right thing. Jimmy talked about the money he had already spent hiring thumbnail designers, presenting it as proof that he supports artists. To some people, that response felt a little too polished. That's why critics argue that every controversy somehow gets reshaped into a brand-friendly moment. Even the apologies sometimes feel optimized, almost like they were designed with the same strategy used for viral videos. And this definitely wasn't the first time Jacksepticeye publicly challenged Jimmy. Back in 2024, when Jimmy teamed up with Logan Paul and KSY to release Lunchly, another major debate exploded online. That moment caught the attention of longtime Minecraft creator Dan TDM, who openly criticized the project. Dan posted a message saying, "What happened to YouTubers? Man, I can't and not say anything anymore. It's just selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them do better."
Who the hell reads a website except for weirdos like me? And if it was on the website one day and then gone the next, no one would notice except for, again, weirdos like me. By doing it this way, I think they tried to fool everyone into thinking that their chocolate is still child labor free and slave labor free.
His words spread fast across social media. Jacksepticeye immediately backed him up, replying with a strong message of support. He wrote, "You mess with Dan, you mess with YouTube." That moment made it clear that several veteran creators were starting to push back against what they were seeing. For them, the issue wasn't just about Lunchly as a product. It represented a much bigger shift happening across the platform. Many of these creators grew up with YouTube as a space where people shared creativity, humor, gaming, and personal stories. Now they're watching some of the biggest names turn their channels into full-scale consumer brands aimed directly at their own fan bases. Around that time, more viewers began connecting the dots. The debate wasn't really about one product launch. It was about the growing pattern. Energy drinks, burger chains, chocolate bars, snack brands, finance apps, AI tools, merchandise lines, the list kept getting longer. And slowly, some fans started asking a different question. Instead of creators showing off something cool they built, it began to look more like a business strategy focused on how much revenue could be generated from the audience. If there had only been one product like Lunchly, most people probably would have thought it was impressive. Seeing creators launch a single side business is actually pretty wild. But when new products keep appearing one after another, month after month, some viewers begin to look at the situation very differently. For a lot of viewers, the Lunchly situation felt like a real turning point. It was one of the first moments where mainstream audiences started openly saying that YouTube didn't feel the same anymore. The line between independent creator and full-scale corporation suddenly looked completely blurred. Back in the earlier days, creators mostly earned money through ads or the occasional sponsorship.
Some people are saying that Jimmy buying a bank whose main product are payday loans targeted towards the youth sounds predatory. But when has a beloved creator with a Minecraft channel ever turned out to be a predator? Besides, if there's one thing I've learned on the internet, when an influencer starts up a financial service with a big focus on cryptocurrency, it's definitely not a scam. Personally, I'm excited for the next phase of MrBeast challenge content. Single mothers versus rising interest rates. Guy who financed a Hellcat he can't afford versus repo man with tow truck. Could you imagine defaulting on your mortgage with MrBeast? Just show up to your house, repossess it, and immediately start giving it away for YouTube videos.
Now many videos feel like giant funnels pushing viewers toward products, brands, or apps. And let's be real, most people older than about 11 probably aren't rushing to buy snacks promoted in flashy influencer campaigns. Then people started looking closer at the growing list of businesses connected to Jimmy. One of the biggest examples is Feastables, the chocolate brand marketed as a better alternative to traditional candy bars. The pitch focused on slightly lower sugar and calories, which led critics to joke that it sounded like comparing one junk snack to another. Some online commentators also raised concerns about supply chains used in global chocolate production. Those discussions sparked debates about whether large snack brands, including influencer brands, should be more transparent about where ingredients come from and how they're sourced. Then there's MrBeast Burger, which many fans originally thought was a normal restaurant chain. In reality, the system relied heavily on ghost kitchens. That means existing kitchens across different cities would cook the food and send it out under the MrBeast Burger name. The concept spread incredibly fast, launching across huge parts of the country almost overnight. But that rapid expansion reportedly created quality control problems. Some customers complained online about poorly made orders, cold food, or inconsistent preparation. Eventually, the situation escalated into a major legal dispute, with Jimmy filing a lawsuit reportedly worth over $100 million related to the business partnership behind the brand. At this point, only a very small number of locations connected to the brand remain. Moments like that fueled more criticism online. Some people started asking whether the focus was ever really about building the best food experience, or if the main goal was scaling the brand as quickly as possible, and the debates didn't stop there. Another major announcement came when Beast-themed attractions were revealed as part of entertainment projects in the Middle East. That decision also sparked discussions online, especially from people questioning the business partnerships involved. Through all of these situations, one criticism keeps coming up again and again. Some viewers feel frustrated by the contrast between the massive scale of the business empire and the humble image Jimmy often presents in interviews.
No one ever believes anything I say. So, I mean, because they're like, you're a billionaire. I'm like, that's net worth. I have negative money right now. I'm borrowing money. That's how little money I have. Technically, everyone watching this video has more money than me in their bank account if you subtract the equity value of my company, which doesn't buy me McDonald's in the morning or whatever.
When he jokes about not having much money compared to viewers, some fans laugh, while others raise an eyebrow at the statement. Another thing that frustrates critics is when Jimmy talks about money in interviews. Sometimes he'll say things that make it sound like he doesn't actually have much personal cash, usually explaining that most of his wealth is tied up in his companies and projects. From a technical standpoint, that can be partially true. Wealthy founders often keep their money locked inside businesses and borrow against assets instead of holding huge amounts of cash. But for many viewers, hearing statements like that still feels strange when they know the brands, companies, and projects connected to him are valued at enormous amounts. That disconnect is what bothers some people the most. When someone runs companies worth hundreds of millions or even billions, trying to sound like an average person can come across a little forced. Then there's the charity side of things. Jimmy is widely known for giving away money, funding surgeries, building wells, and helping communities around the world. A lot of people genuinely respect that work, and those projects have helped many individuals. But critics sometimes question the way these charity campaigns are presented online. During the Team Water charity stream, for example, some viewers felt the event leaned heavily into spectacle and pressure on other creators to donate live on stream. At certain points, the donation goals kept increasing, which led to moments where even collaborators in the stream looked exhausted after hours of fundraising. Situations like that made some viewers wonder whether the event felt more like a giant online production than a simple charity drive. And honestly, the list of debates and controversies around MrBeast could go on for hours. Between business launches, massive collaborations, tech projects, and charity campaigns, the conversation around him never really stops. But at the core of all this, the real question isn't whether Jimmy is successful or whether he worked hard to get where he is. The bigger question is what kind of platform YouTube is becoming. Is it still a place where regular creators can upload something creative from their bedroom and build a community? Or is it turning into a giant business ecosystem where massive brands dominate the space? That's why voices like Jacksepticeye and DanTDM sparked so much discussion. They represent an older era of the platform, and they've been warning for a while that the culture of YouTube is changing fast. So now it really comes down to you. What do you think about all of this? Do you think MrBeast is just a smart businessman building a huge empire, or do you think critics were right to question the direction things are going? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more deep dives like this.